Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to episode number 8 on the Wilderness Wildlands series for Farming Simulator 25. My name is Free Machine Gaming, and welcome back. Hope you guys doing great. Hope you guys doing awesome. I hope you guys doing fantastic. So we start our day with feeding our animals as we usually do. As you see, we are in March of year number 2. So while that's filling, we're going to go ahead and get the door open. So what I've decided to do, everybody, is start working a little bit more. Instead of doing a 5 or 6 minute intro and we lose a lot of work time, I've decided to just start right out working and do my intro as I work. Seems to be, it will work out better, I think, in the long run. So we're going to feed our animals, and we are going to, as you see right over there, we're going to go ahead and mow that field, cultivate that field, slurry that field, get it. Well, we're going to get a soil sample first. But we are using about an average of about 30,000 liters a day of TMR for our animals. So that gives us about 90,000 in there. I will show you in about 5 seconds here. And then we will get busy doing our mowing. There we go. So we can get this out. Let's get it a little bit more to the left. Whoops, wrong way. That's the right. There we go. Just so we can get the tree harvester out. There we go. Shut that down. And we'll open this door over here first. The doors are quite loud, by the way, on this thing. But that's okay. We like it that way. I do have to build a few more things on the farm, which is kind of cool. We're going to get this out here. There we go. As you see, we got some equipment. I will explain the equipment as we go, so that way we don't waste any time. We're about another month or 2 months away from our wheat, and then we're going to be switching over to corn so that we can do our, we're going to be able to make our seeds. And then we've got to get some, we've got already our slurry being made. So we'll have our seeds fertilized, then we got to make our rock. And I started producing a road over there. I will give you a flyover as soon as we can get a chance here. So we will get over here. Let's lower her down. Get started here. There we go. Puts it on the ground a little bit. But yeah, this way we can at least get a little bit more done. Like I said, instead of wasting 5-6 minutes of an intro, getting started, showing you guys, kind of show you on the fly, but we can always do work. What I'm really enjoying about this series more than anything is, yes, it's still logging. Yes, you're clearing it with the brooks, but you are still farming every episode. So we are still doing farming, which is absolutely awesome. Is it realistic? No. Is it realistic-ish? Yes. So we have to put that out there. Yeah. So we're just having a blast. We're just having a relaxing time on the series. I know that a lot of people are a little behind on series and a little behind on... Some people are watching other series that I've put out before that I only have a couple episodes, and my apologies to them because they didn't last very long. But you guys can always tell the series that lasts long when I keep myself engaged. And what I mean by that is, whenever I do like a clear the map challenge or whatever, and it ends up literally being just clearing trees over and over and over, it gets mind-numbingly boring. So in a way, this allows me to do a little bit of everything. I always got a field to do, always got a field to plant, always got a field to do something with, and I always got, 100 trees to do. And we're at 500 trees or 600 trees. I'll look in a few minutes here, but I really believe that this is the way I really like to do it. So when we go back to backcountry next, that's what we're going to do. But we'll pick a different animal so that we're always doing some other thing. We've got a lot, and I mean a lot of loan to pay off. But we're not going to start paying that off until we get every single thing that we need bought and every single thing that we need done on the farm. And then we will get our loan. And when our babies are born, our calves are born, then we're going to sell the babies off and buy them, and we'll have to take out more of a loan because we probably won't have that kind of money in it, because we will be taking every waking minute of milk to pay back the loan that we got originally. And by then, we're at almost $3.5 million in a loan, 3.6 I think it is, and we still have to buy a fuel station. We got to buy at least one more shed. because I'd like to have a shed for just my grass work stuff, and although what's working is working, but so yeah, we got to buy a fuel. What else do we have to buy? Oh, a harvester, which I downloaded a really cool mod. We're going to try something different than just a harvester. It's a mod that actually dropped today, so I'm excited to try that. But this way, we just hit the 5-minute mark, and we're already almost done mowing. This way, we can at least feel like that we're doing something every episode. I'm going from there. Let me itch my head. There we go. But many of you got a kick out of that storm warning that came across the TV, and my camera, or my microphone picked it up, which is pretty cool. Well, it is super loud. It came across the TV, and in my area, whenever we get storm warnings, they come across the TV, and then they have this awful, 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 hideous, screeching, nee, and it's crazy. But I'd rather have it because it lets me know when there's severe weather coming and things like that. So, but the only thing I think we'll upgrade with the mower is maybe go to the big M500 instead of the 450. And then we can go, right now we're going 10 meters wide, and I'm thinking of going to the 13.7 meters wide. Just because once we get, I think, let's do this. We're at 12 meters right now equipment. There's a few things bigger, but for the most part, we're at about 12 meter equipment. Let's eventually upgrade to 15 meters and then stop, and that's it. Because I think at 15 meters, you can actually get quite a bit done. I mean, the one thing I like about the Big M is I can go around corners and it doesn't miss stuff. That's why I like it. But it is only 10 meters wide, and but these fields are not very big either, So, and right now, so we figure at 100 cows we use 30,000 liters of TMR. So at this here, that's gonna miss probably. 200 cows would be 60,000. And so on and so forth, And then we get to 1,000 cows, it'll be using about 300,000 liters a day of TMR. So that's what we have to bank on. Now we can go back and forth, start getting this done. So, but I like this series. I really enjoy it, and this is the way we're going to play from now on. And if we do a situation where we are on a farming only series, like when Ballycraig drops or something like that, and we go to a strictly farming series, we're going to do it like this. We're going to do every day is going to be a different field, and so on and so forth. Because some of these maps that are coming out with like small to medium sized fields have hundreds of fields on them. There's no reason that we can't just keep doing field, over and over, and that's what you do. Take care of your animals and then get going. So. But that's neither here nor there. We're on this series now, but I hope you guys, seriously, like I stated in the beginning, I hope you guys are doing well. And I really do hope you guys are doing great. And I hope everything is going fantastically smooth in your real life. And I hope that God blesses you. And I hope that you just reap what you enjoy. You know what I mean? I just hope that everything, and I wish everybody positivity and love and everything like that. I do need to start catching up on a few people's series. I did see that Russell dropped a video recently, and I watched about a quarter of it. I left a comment. I got to go back and finish watching the rest of it because, like him being busy, I can't always watch a video straight through. I have to sometimes, especially if it's a longer video, I have to get a couple, 2-3 sessions in, which gives them views, so on and so forth. All right, there we go. Shut that off and this. So exactly less than 9 minutes just to mow this field, which is pretty good, and feed the animals. So that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're rock and rolling. This is one of the bigger fields. We're turning this into crops. So once we pick up the grass here, the only reason I mowed it is because it was fresh grass. It was free grass. So once we're done mowing it, we will cultivate it, create a new field. And then we will slurry spread it. Oh, actually, as soon as we get done cultivating it, we got to get a soil sample on it. I'm also thinking strongly of doing, grabbing the realistic animals and seeing what they do. I know that you gotta, grab keep their metabolism up and stuff like that. It's kind of neat. I'll be kind of cool to research that and try to figure it out. But we did a pretty good job smoothing it on over here, by the way. All right, this down. Get them in here like this. Bang and bang. And let's get her warmed up. Here like this. Now, before we go any further, we got to put a fuel station in here. So we got to go to construction. We got to see how much we need to have for our fuel station. I think it's under containers. We got to have 26,500 for that one. And that's what we're going to do. So let's go here and finances. There we go. And then we're going to put the construction. We're going to put this here. And I think I wanted it. I was going to put it there. I think I want to put it right here. Just so it's outside the garage. Where's the thingy to fill it? I think it's on this side. And we will put it right there. Perfect. That's perfect enough. And then we got to see how much it's going to cost to fill it. I put it backwards, guys. Didn't I? No. Is this, oh, there you go. Sorry. 41,250. So. There we go. Now we'll go pick up our stuff here. Grass. I almost shut it. I almost tried to start it. Love the sound of this tractor, by the way. Yeah, I'm excited to get you guys the new harvester and stuff I got for the wheat. Yeah, in fact, what I may do is not do corn. In fact, I may just do it because the harvester I downloaded is going to be it's really specific. So we may have to do cereal crops. But I think I'm going to change it over to like something that takes a little bit shorter, maybe oats, so we can harvest more. Because right now we're not getting a lot of harvesting. In fact, we haven't even done one yet, and we're into episode 8. I'm hoping that comes due any day now. There we go. All right, so we're rocking and rolling. Put down another piece of our farm, which is pretty cool. I'll try to at least buy something every episode towards the farm so that we can continue to build out our farm, continue to move forward with expansion and so on and so forth. So as soon as this field is done and planted, like I said, I had forgotten that I did that new thing. I was going to do corn, and then I forgot that I'm going to be doing that new harvester, which is kind of neat. But it's strictly for cereal crops. So we're going to, I think we'll just switch over to like oats or sorghum. No, sorghum needs a planter in this one. Unlike Fs25, sorghum you could plant with a regular planter, but regular seeder. But in this version, you got to use a planter. But I also thought about doing one of our fields, if we have an extra one. One of our fields of like poplar or something like that, so that we can do, we'll have wood chips to sell, and it'll come back year after year. Same thing with sugarcane. I thought about doing like one of the little baby fields like this sugarcane, just so it's something different. You know what I mean? So second headland, and we've almost got. We're going to be close to. By the time we get around the other end, we're going to have 50,000. So when this grass is fully grown, now you can mow it after 2 times, but if you let it go 1 extra time to 3 months instead of 2, you get a lot more yield, a lot more. And that's great. You can harvest it actually after 1 month, but you get like a tiny little yield. But at 2 months, it says ready to harvest. You get a decent yield. But if you go that 1 extra month, it seems to like reset the field to where you get a ton. And I mean a ton, because we're literally, like I said, by the time we hit down here, we're gonna have 50 grand. We're gonna have our first 50,000, and we're only on the second headland. There we go. Come back. That's the next field. So like I said, once this field is planted, then we will go to buying our next piece of property, which is the next one. Meanwhile, taking loans like we talked about. Well, think about it. Just to put the that fuel station down cost me $60,000. I changed this too. It looks just a little bit more professional now. So instead of that little chunk of grass there. So there's our first 50,000 liters in there. Try to get in. We'll try to get there another 50,000, which will be about another half. We're going to get about 150,000 liters of grass off this, and it gives us something to do. And then eventually, like I said, when we start getting fields that are like we get 4, 5, 6 fields, and if we can do like oats every time, we'll have a field to harvest every month, every single month, and that's our goal, is to be able to harvest and then mow, and then harvest and mow. So we're doing 2 different things. And then, like, I really enjoying doing the trees off camera, but as you can see that way, we went right to the sawmill. We've got a road to the sawmill now. So we are absolutely doing well. I really like the way we've decided. I was going to do fences, remember, in the beginning, but I changed it. I'm really enjoying this because it kind of gives you a road around your thing. You've now got the borders to do your fields, and they're not square fields. It's pretty cool. We're like, when we create the field, guys and gals, we are literally creating it right over the top of the next one. There we go. All right, so we've already fed the animals once. We've mowed our field, and we're on our second load of silage, or second load of TMR. So we are absolutely flying. And it, saving that 5 minutes gives me a chance to do a little bit more work on camera, which is kind of cool. And then when we do finish up, like I said, just like the normal days, we finish this field up completely off camera, get it all set up, do another 100 trees for this day, and then we will go to the next day, just like we've been doing. I can't believe we're in year number 2 already. Insane. But it's actually not. It's only a year and a half, because in farm sim terms, it goes to the year 2 after March. But in reality, we didn't start till August. So, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm having a blast, and I'm having a blast catching up on other people's videos. I know that the hardest ones I'm having trouble catching up on is the lives, when people go lives. Like when they go live, I can't be there all the time for those lives, and I know that a couple of them don't even watch my videos anymore, and I get it, because they figure that I'm not watching them, so they're not going to watch me. I get it. I understand that. But I'm still a fan, and I still will watch their videos. But I've been told that directly, that they're a couple of the content creators, or if you don't support them, then they're not going to support you, and I get it. I get it. But all my friends, all my true friends that I watch all the time and I promote, and I used to shout them out all the time, they know that I watch them. And a lot of times, and I've asked them personally too, that, to just repost it, especially if you do it on YouTube, because then I can watch it as a video. I don't have to be there live and interact a lot of times. I can just watch your video, so I'm still watching it. But it is what it is. It's called the community, and there's some negative people, and there's some positive people, and there's some people that will still come onto my comments every single day and still leave their little, hey, I was going to do this, and then they'll put a timestamp. It's pretty funny. I don't ever get offended by that, so don't worry about it. I don't get upset about that, but it's funny that people do that. Like when I watch a video, I just go on and I watch the video, and I leave a comment. I don't do a whole lot of time stamping and things like that. But they're commenting specifically on a part of a video, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I think it's pretty cool. But the reason I said still is I went from having it almost every video where people were posting like timestamps, and then I went like 6 months straight without getting a single one, and then this week I've gotten like 5. So I just laugh, but I don't get offended by it, guys, so I don't get upset about it. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. It means you're interacting, and you're commenting on a specific area of a specific video, and I click it. I do. I click it, that you guys pointed it out to me, and I click it, and I go, oh, I remember saying that. Because, guys and gals, just remember that when I'm doing videos, a lot of times I'm doing them a couple days ahead. So when you guys are watching videos, like our good friend AK, he's a really good friend of the channel, but he's watching my series from a couple series ago now. He's watching, some series and stuff like that. So I forget what I said, guys. I have to go back, and when he puts the timestamp in, I have to go back and see, and I go, oh yeah, I do remember saying that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. All right, so we got about 30 seconds left, so you guys know how that works. We are going to go and say our goodbyes, and we are then we're going to work right up to the time to leave. So on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And remember, I love you all, and I will be right back here tomorrow with another episode. So we will finish this off camera like we talked about, and then we will purchase the next property, but we'll do that on camera, and we will start that field right there. Now, when our harvest comes due, that's when we're going to get our new harvester and get all things set up. And on that note, guys, I will catch you guys right back here tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.